All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor unto the Most High Power, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to you, Akim, who go out throughout the four corners of the earth to teach us truth in all sincerity. I was watching this video here on RT, and it's this lady going around. She must be from Venezuela, and she's kind of throwing it back in Trump's face with the take care of your own country, basically. Because let me see if I can find that scripture. That I think I did find that scripture. Because this devil, he's in the spirit of Cain, right? He's the wicked, and the spirit of Cain. Cain was a vagabond. He had no home. So this guy, he go around, trying to conquer everything. He wants to be everybody. He wants to conquer you, become you, take your heritage, and basically say that you didn't exist, and that he was whatever your history was, like he did with the Greeks, like he did with the Romans. So I try to find the scripture real quick. Okay, I did find it. All right. And Habakkuk. Yep, I got it. Okay. So I'm gonna play this little clip real quick, and then I'm gonna bring out a couple of scriptures, and we're gonna get up out of here. Lord willing, this is edifying. The purpose of this is just to bring out edification to the fact that Esau is the devil, the so-called white man. He's trying to deceive the whole world, right? And now him trying to sneak into Venezuela, it's basically the Trojan horse, and Maduro called him out for it. So, it's the same thing they do every time. They try to, same thing they did in Haiti, same thing they did with the, during the time of the Contra, right, taking over that area down there. Same thing they do all the time, right? They'll take over a government and basically put in one of their puppets. So here we go. We're gonna play this, and then I'll bring out the scripts.
So what to go to Venezuela when he has all this here? This is America.
This is on RT. Why go to Venezuela?
The richest
just watch the video for yourself.
Where all his people, it's on the streets, looking in the trash for food. You don't have to go to Venezuela. You have it here. This is the great America. Powerful and rich.
Right, and she's driving around showing clips of what looked like Skid Row, because there was homeless people all over the place, and she's just basically calling them out. What are you trying to bring aid into Venezuela for when you can't even take care of your own home? Right, calling them out for his wickedness. Right, and that's basically saying, you ain't got no business coming down to Venezuela. Take care of what you got going on in your own backyard. But the nation of America, they don't care about they don't care about Jake. Jake's the one doing bad. You know what I'm saying? And they have some of their people doing bad too. But those are they just consider them two-time losers because they have all the opportunity in the world to do well. They're the corporate color. They can work their way up the ladder and nothing's stopping them. No adversity. Even if they don't come from much, they have a better chance of making it than a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, or Seminole Indian, right? Just because of, there's a lot of factors, but that's a whole different video. So we're going to get into the scriptures. I'm going to read this. This is Sirach 11:11. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away, right? Because no matter what, no matter how nice this so-called Caucasian or this Edomite tries to come, he has ill will and ill intention for the nation of Israel. Set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place, right? So he's trying to get into Venezuela so that he can stand up in their place and put his government in there and take their resources, right? Because Venezuela is a very oil-rich company, and they have a lot of resources. And Esau sees that, and he doesn't want Russia to be able to take it over. It's the same thing that was going on with the Battle of the Contra. Right, during that time, you had Russia that was trying to take over a lot of, actually, quite a few states in the Central and South America, and the U.S. wasn't having it, right? And that's what that whole battle was about, right? That's how they took over Panama. I mean, there's plenty of countries down there that they had their hand in. And thou, at the last, remember my words and be pricked therewith. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten by a serpent, or any such as come nigh a wild beast? Right? Jumping down to verse 16. An enemy speaketh sweetly by his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. And that's basically what he's trying to do in Venezuela, right? He's trying to, here, we're going to give you aid. We care about the people. They're trying to tell the people, hey, get rid of this tyrant. We'll take care of you. Here's all this aid. And basically it's a Trojan horse, man. They got troops, and all that aid is rations for the troops, right? Because they're going to go in there, they're going to overthrow that government, and then they're going to take over, just like they always do, right? And nothing has changed with the so-called white man. He's Esau Edom, right? He has he's got the spirit of Cain, right? He covets fields. We're going to get into it. If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find. If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first, and though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee. Right, and that's exactly what he's doing down there in Venezuela. He will shake his head and clap his hands and whisper much and change his countenance. And we talked about this yesterday on a video I did with the brother Ashiar. Shalom to that brother. We did a beautiful video, for the edification on the video we did. But, we were going into, how he'll change his tone, and I was making fun of Alex Jones and how he was going into how that governor who is helping to bring late-term abortions into effect and trying to change the laws on that so that they can keep taking Jake's babies and selling them. And harvesting them, and that's information that's out there that you can research for yourself. I don't know how true any of it is, but there's a lot of wicked things that go on. So it's something that is worth a research, which I plan to do myself because it's a hot topic right now with these late-term abortions. And hey man, they're practicing wickedness on their beds, man. They have to do wickedness because they're the devil, man. That's what they've been created to do. Let's get into Micah 2:2. And they covet fields and they take them by violence. And this is exactly what they're trying to do down there in Venezuela. They're coveting their fields, their oil, their rich gold. They have multiple resources that the United States could use, and houses, right? They covet fields and they take them by violence, and houses, and take them away, so that they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage, right? And here they are just trying to do them down there, right, with Maduro, who's one of them, right? And Esau's like, nah, you can't you can't just do you. You know, we want put our person in there, right? So now they're gonna oppress their heritage, right? Which their heritage has already been oppressed, right? They don't even know that they are Israelites, you know, according to the Bible. You know, so hey man, this devil got hell to pay for the wickedness that he continues to put on our people. This is Habakkuk 2 and 5. Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, right? Because his wine is his doctrine and his philosophies, and that's what he's pushing throughout throughout the whole earth. And he's trying to put one of his people who's been bought in and drunken off of that wine, so to say, right, into the power seat in Venezuela, rather than somebody who says, no, we don't want your doctrine, we don't want your help. You know what I'm saying? So, he enlargeth his desire as hell, which hell is the grave, right? Because he's about death and is as death, right? He bringeth forth death. Everywhere this devil goes, death follows. And this one said that if evil come on you, he is there first. You know, he is behind all this wickedness. But you know, we're the bad guys for telling everybody about it. Like, what? Come on, man. But gather unto him but gather unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. And is America not the great melting pot? Has he not gathered unto himself all people? Right? Hey man, the Most High is revealing who Esau Edom is. And he's revealing who the nation of Israel is, so that at the end of this thing, when everything plays out, World War III, the time of Jacob's trouble, the time of the hour of temptation, when all of these things all come to play, all of these prophecies, that the mark of the beast, RFID microchip, ICBM missiles, all these acronyms, right? When all of these things come to fruition, and it's time to get down, and the Most High sends His Son to judge this place, the final judgment, you know, you gonna see who the Lord's chosen are. Everybody's gonna see who Yahweh Shai is. And every knee shall bow and every tongue shall confess that He is the Lord. He is the one that the Most High Power Yahweh has set up to be king, to be the king of Israel, Yashar Allah. And His elect will be joint heirs. You know, that's the blessing. That's the good news. And that these other nations are going into slavery for their wickedness against the nation of Israel. And for you that can't handle that, that's on you. Right? But you don't understand, and you're not able to look back and feel the pain of your ancestors. Right? So you're willing to repeat their mistakes. Right? But the Most High has blessed the men of the Lord. Lord willing, we're a part of that number to be able to discern the past so that we don't make the same mistakes. Right? The things that were written aforetime were written for our learning, roughly paraphrasing. Right? And with that, I didn't want to make this too long. I had a few more scripts, but I'm going to go ahead and bring this out on the highways, Lord willing. But yeah, with that, I'm going to wrap it up. Lord willing, this was edifying to the hopeful elect. Shalom.